Welcome back, FPL family. Hopefully you had a great Game Week 37 on our weekly quest to 100 points. If you did, awesome. Please let me know. And if not and you got 28 points, well, that's why I made this YouTube channel. So we could be able to celebrate the highs and lows together. Because when you get 100 points, you want to celebrate with your family. And when you get 28, honestly, it could take a toll on you mentally. And I want to be able to use this platform to spread positivity, get re-energized, recover mentally, and at the end of the day, get a better score next week because FPL is fun. We got to enjoy it together as a family, and that's what we are. We got to celebrate the highs and lows together. Feel free to come to this channel to get things off your chest and celebrate. With that being said, Premier League is coming to a close on Sunday. So was my first ever FPL season. I'm super happy with it. It was more fun than I ever thought it was going to be. Congrats to everybody who got the ranking they wanted this year or are close to getting this year, and good luck this week. And if you were like me and you didn't get the ranking you wanted, let's use this as motivation to be great next year. With that being said, let's see how my bench boost did last week. So for my Game Week 37, I ended with 70 points, and my bench boost came in clutch. Because I was going into my mini league semifinals, the last match, I needed Trent Alexander-Arnold to get 6 points for me to win. I'm sitting there praying for a clean sheet. Then he steps up and hits a world-class free kick. And before that ball hit the back of the net, I was out the door running around the streets, and I didn't come back till halftime. I ended up advancing to my mini league final. PJ, if you're watching this, I apologize. I tip my hat to you. You had a great year this year. Fantastic match this week. And I know if you were watching last week, I was talking about how my defense was shaky and they were the one I'm concerned about the most. They ended up getting 43 points combined if you include Nick Pope. That's more than half my points for my defense alone. They did fantastic. My ranking jumped up to 430K. I'm hoping to get that into the 300s next week. We'll see how that goes. I was super happy with my team. I was unfortunate though that Mars didn't start. I thought that he was going to be able to get a goal if he did play. Frustrating to see him not start. Seiss not starting just was crushing because he could have been a guaranteed 6 points if he started. Is what it is. And like I said before, if you see I put my captaincy armband on Rashford, I had it on Martial all week, and last minute at 3 o'clock in the morning California time, I changed it to Rashford. I've talked about this before, and I say never do that. Never do that again, Sean. Because last time I did that, I changed it to Son last minute, and Son got a red card, and I was left with like -2 points with my captaincy. So I said, never do that again. It's never worked out the 5 times I've done it this year. Make that 6. So for those who are watching and doing their first year FPL, have your captaincy set, stick to it, and let it run. Now, at the end of the day, 15 points for my bench boost. I couldn't be happier. And let's see if I can push into that 300 overall ranking by the end of the year. So here it is, my final team selection in my first year in FPL, and I'm using a free hit chip. I honestly can't think of a better way to end the season than by having my original team outscore my free hit team. But anyway, it is what it is. So my strategy this week was I kind of ranked 1 to 10 of my must-own players for my free hit squad and then worked financially around that. And this is the team that I'm left with this moment. It's not official yet because I'm still waiting or might change my mind on a couple players. But starting off in goal, I'm going Martinez. I wanted Pope because I think Pope has a better chance at a clean sheet against Brighton than Arsenal do against Watford. But I needed to save some money, and I thought that Martinez was a solid option. I don't think you can go wrong with either of those keepers this week. And I think he's going to stay. Now, Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to be my first starter in defense. Now, here's one that he was higher up on my list on must-own players, but I'm going back and forth because I could drop him to Digne and Aurier. But I'm sticking with Trent Alexander-Arnold for right now. He's my first starter. Then I got Eric Peters. I think that he has a great opportunity to get a clean sheet again. And it is a little bit of coverage for all those Nick Pope owners for my ranking. At only 4.2 million, he's great price, and it can get you some really good points as you saw last week. Now, who I'm going to start for my third defender is a bit trickier because I could go Lamptey or I could go Branthwaite. They both have very favorable schedules. Lamptey's playing against Burnley, who I think are going to park the bus more so than ever. Maybe not park the bus, but play defensively more than ever. Then you have Branthwaite, who's playing against Bournemouth. And Everton have looked good, but Bournemouth have honestly quietly looked good, and Bournemouth have a lot to play for, though. Burnley's biggest thing they have to play for is getting Nick Pope the Golden Glove. So I don't know which side I'm going to go with. Right now I'm kind of leaning towards Lamptey, but I could easily switch. Let me know what you think I should do there. And that's another thing that I talked about dropping Trent Alexander-Arnold. It'd be Peters, Aurier, and Digne instead of Lamptey, Peters, and Alexander-Arnold. But right now I'm sticking with those squad. So for my midfield, I'm sticking with the 3-5-2. And to be honest, the first three names I had on my free hit draft that never went anywhere, the City Trio, starting with Raheem Sterling. Now, if you've watched my videos for this past month, you know how much I've loved Raheem Sterling and how great I think he's looked since Project Restart. Now it's time for me to finally take my own advice and put him into my squad. I think he should be the first name off of anyone's free hit squad. And for me, he's most likely getting the captaincy armband. It's clear that they want him to get 20 goals and that he's hungry for that 20 goals. And for me, he's been so phenomenal. He's getting in great positions attacking-wise. He's even roaming centrally to kind of facilitate more. He's getting like 5 shots off per game. He has been phenomenal. Now, the question is he going to start? I think it's going to be a for sure yes. But if early team news leaks and he's not starting, I'm probably going to drop him down to Billy Gilmore and throw in a Aubameyang. Spoiler alert, I don't have a Aubameyang in my squad right now. But I think he was the first one on my team, and he's not going anywhere. Then I have De Bruyne. I know a lot of people are getting rid of De Bruyne, but for me, he's still the best midfielder in the world. And considering they're playing Norwich at home, this is a great opportunity for him to get a hat trick of assists. I don't know what you would call that, but easy opportunity for him to get 3 assists this week and maybe even a cheeky goal. Now, who's going to take the pen? It used to be De Bruyne, but Sterling wants that 20 goals, but he did miss. Either way, I think I have it covered with Sterling and De Bruyne if they do get a penalty. Now, I did see a stat on Twitter. I don't know how true it was, but showing how much different KDB is with David Silva in the squad. Spoiler alert, David Silva is going to be starting this weekend, most likely. Nostradamus. Now, with David Silva in the squad, it seemed like KDB is a way better player. It's something that I need to look into more myself. I'm just taking Twitter's advice right now. Either way, I'm sticking with those two. And the last one on the list was the first one on the list, second one on the list, and Riyad Mahrez. Now, he didn't start last week, which makes me almost certain that he'll start this week. He just looks so phenomenal when he starts. He's averaging like 7 points per game when he starts. This is a great opportunity for him to go in and get a couple of goals against a Norwich team who look very vulnerable defensively. And for him to say, hey, next season, you need to play me more or maybe even get me out of here. Either way, that whatever. But I think this is a great opportunity for Mahrez to come away with a brace. I think that there are a lot of opportunities for a ton of Man City attackers to get returns. And for me, I think I picked the best 3 to do so, knock on wood. Now, Martial is going to be my 4th midfielder. I wanted to go for Bruno Fernandes, but due to money issues, I had to stick with Martial. I know, boo-hoo. Now, he is playing a Leicester squad who might sound tough because it's almost winner take all, winner go to Champions League. And United honestly looks super tired. But you know who also looked tired? Leicester. Leicester have not looked good since Project Restart. And they gave up 24 shots to the Spurs. I think if anyone's going to score in this game from United, it's going to be Martial. Now, it could obviously be Bruno, but I'm kind of saying Martial because I can't afford Bruno at this moment. So I think Martial has looked so hungry for goal. Even assisting-wise, he got an assist to Greenwood again last week. Won't give him the captaincy armband. It feels weird for me to leave the United trio who have been so phenomenal for me. But due to how much better options there are playing worse teams, I think I have to go for only the one United there. But Martial, I don't think there are worse players I can get from my midfield than Martial. Now, to round it all off, I'm going with the king, Mo Salah. He's been the man for me all year. I only dropped him 1 week, and he got 18 points. I don't want to talk about that anymore. But Mo Salah is going to round out my midfield. I know that he hasn't really scored in the last, 4 game weeks. But look how many shots he's averaging. He's averaging 5 shots per game since he scored 18 against Brighton. He's still getting in phenomenal positions. He's still creating a lot. He's just not being able to put them away. Now, if he could figure that out and kind of have it click this weekend against Newcastle, you could easily see him get a hat trick this weekend. He still looks super hungry to score. I don't think there's a chance he doesn't start this week. I think he wants to end it on a high note. And if Mo Salah does start and he is able to have that final attacking part click in him, he could easily bag another 18 points this weekend, in which I'm banking on. Now, I've thought about dropping him down to Son and kind of using that money elsewhere. But right now, man, I think Mo Salah against Newcastle, even though he hasn't scored lately, has still looked great. I think he has a chance to score this weekend. So for my front line, my captaincy pick is going to be Connolly from Brighton. Nah, just kidding. No disrespect to Connolly. I think he's going to be a great player. But doesn't he look like Krispy Kreme, the YouTube rapper? But for real, so Harry Kane, I went with him. I kept going back and forth between Aubameyang or Kane. And I'm a big Aubameyang fan since FIFA 14. He had 95 pace. So picking Harry Kane hurt me a little bit. I'm not going to lie. But I ended up going with Harry Kane for 2 reasons. One, the Spurs have so much more to play for than Arsenal do. And Harry Kane is way hotter right now in the Prem than Aubameyang is. Harry Kane has back-to-back braces. This is a great opportunity against a Crystal Palace squad that he can go back-to-back-to-back braces for his newfound out baby boy that he's going to have. So it's a great opportunity for him to score. Crystal Palace looks so tired. They look like they're already on summer vacation. They have nothing to play for. Spurs are the exact opposite. They need to win to try to get into Europas. They don't want to rely on Chelsea to either beat Wolverhampton, or to beat Arsenal in the FA Cup final. So this is a great opportunity for Kane to come away with a double-digit score. First time ever picking him in FPL, by the way. Then I have Danny Ings. And because at $6.8 million, I can't find a better return on investment than the King Danny Ings. Now, he's playing a Sheffield team who have looked great defensively all year, but I put my money on the man chasing the Golden Boot. I think he is hungrier for a Golden Boot than Sheffield are for a clean sheet. It's clear and obvious that he wants it. He went for the penalty last weekend. He missed it, but I still think if they get another penalty this weekend, I still think he steps up and takes it. I'm putting my money on Danny Ings to score this weekend. Will I captain him? No. But will I have him on my squad? Absolutely. So there you have it. My first ever free hit squad on my last team selection of the year. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like and subscribe button. And I hope you guys have a great Game Week 38 on our weekly quest to 100 points. It's been an honor getting to know you guys, and I hope we can continue this next year. Best of luck this week. Get 100 points. Let's have fun. And as always, Don out. Good luck.